Welcome back, viewers. Watching this episode, it's hard not to notice how many aspects resemble scenes from The Walking Dead. The tension of navigating through groups of unstable individuals, the sense that anyone nearby could suddenly become a threat, and the desperate attempts to avoid being surrounded all echo the survival dynamics of a zombie apocalypse story. Even though the cause of the chaos is a dangerous drug rather than an undead virus, the overall energy feels strikingly similar. At the same time, the episode also carries the distinct feeling of a video game scenario. The action unfolds in a way that feels almost interactive, as if the characters are moving through levels of increasing danger. Obstacles appear unexpectedly, forcing quick thinking and rapid decisions. The pacing and unpredictability mirror the kind of tension players experience while navigating hostile environments in survival games. Each moment feels like it could trigger a new threat, which keeps the adrenaline high throughout the episode. One character who particularly embodies this chaotic experience is Dash. Throughout the episode, he finds himself caught right in the middle of the madness. As the situation spirals further out of control, Dash has to maneuver through the chaos while avoiding people who have been affected by the disturbing drug. Watching him navigate the situation almost feels like observing someone trying to survive a zombie outbreak. He's constantly dodging danger, trying to stay one step ahead of individuals who seem completely unhinged. In fact, the situation is so reminiscent of The Walking Dead that it almost feels like Dash is channeling his inner Coral, or rather, Carl from that series. The comparison is difficult to ignore. Just like Carl had to grow up quickly in a dangerous world, Dash finds himself in circumstances that demand courage, quick thinking, and adaptability. The chaos surrounding him would be overwhelming for most people, yet he manages to push forward with determination. Among the various characters introduced by showrunner Alexi Hawley, particularly those who have been jokingly referred to as Nepo Baby characters, Dash stands out as a particularly entertaining addition. While some of these characters might not resonate as strongly with audiences, Dash has quickly become a fan favorite whenever he appears on screen. There's something undeniably charming about his personality and the way he approaches situations with enthusiasm. Part of what makes Dash so appealing is his admiration for John Nolan. However, his admiration doesn't come across as awkward or overly obsessive. Instead, it feels genuine and heartfelt. Dash clearly respects Nolan and looks up to him as a role model, but he expresses that admiration in a way that feels natural rather than exaggerated. His respect for Nolan often catches the veteran officer by surprise, especially because Dash's enthusiasm seems so sincere. Another aspect of Dash's character that stands out is his surprising bravery. Despite his relatively small and scrawny appearance, he has absolutely no hesitation when it comes to defending Nolan or stepping into dangerous situations. There's something incredibly admirable about that kind of loyalty. Dash doesn't pause to consider whether he's physically capable of handling a threat. He simply jumps in because he believes it's the right thing to do. One of the funniest and most memorable moments of the episode occurs when Dash leaps into a disgusting, murky pool in order to take down one of the zombie-like attackers. The scene is both hilarious and impressive at the same time. Watching this skinny kid dive headfirst into something so revolting just to protect Nolan is equal parts absurd and heroic. The moment perfectly captures Dash's fearless attitude. What makes the scene even better is that Dash doesn't back down once the fight begins. Instead of hesitating or panicking, he fully commits to the confrontation. He keeps attacking the threat relentlessly until it's clear that the person is no longer capable of causing harm. His determination is both shocking and impressive, especially considering how chaotic and dangerous the situation already is. Moments like that raise an interesting possibility. Perhaps Dash really does have the potential to become a good police officer someday. His courage, loyalty, and willingness to act when necessary are all qualities that could serve him well in law enforcement. Of course, he still has a lot to learn, but the raw potential is definitely there. At the same time, Dash's fascination with technology and gadgets might be an even more compelling aspect of his character. He seems to have an endless supply of interesting devices and tools, many of which allow him to capture unusual events on video. His ability to document bizarre situations adds another layer of humor and intrigue to his presence in the story. In a world where unexpected chaos is constantly unfolding, someone who can record those moments becomes surprisingly valuable. The ride-along experience he has in this episode is easily one of the most bizarre in the entire series. Most ride-alongs involve routine patrols or relatively straightforward incidents. Dash, however, ends up witnessing something far more extreme. The sheer level of madness that unfolds around him transforms what should have been a simple observational experience into a full-blown survival adventure. For more recaps, don't forget to like, share, and comment for more recaps or reviews on our channel Bullseye Movies.